Mic check, mic check.
Turn it down and then look at Lucy and she'll cue you.
Good afternoon. Everyone. We are going to start to get our students in the lineup. If you have friends that are missing or family that are missing, go ahead and send a text. We do have a link for lineup, and so we are getting ready to begin. All right, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. To think that at one point we had 100 tickets and these seats were a hot item commodity. We're getting ready to start, so if you're waiting to the last minute to take your seat, it's time. It is exciting to see you here, so we're going to line up the graduates and start our program. If you're waiting to come out and take a seat, now's the time. We are almost ready. All right, everyone. Good evening and welcome. Welcome to an opportunity to gather in person. Welcome to those in the audience. Can we hear a big round of applause from you, audience? All right. We welcome those who are watching us by live stream. And to those on the balcony, our parents, when we had a cap of 100 people, including the graduates, our parents went out and bought balcony rooms overlooking the ceremony. And those in the balcony, let's hear from you. We do whatever it takes. So my name is Lucy Defoe. I'm the principal at Chief Kitsap Academy, and I will be your MC for the day. We are thankful, so thankful that you can join us today. What a year and a half it's been. Schools closed down in March of 2020, where we rallied to send computers home with our students and launch an online school. Hats off to our staff and students and families who rallied under odd schedules. It's been a year and a half of resilience, a year and a half of resourcefulness, unity, and strength. Even with the worldwide pandemic, we have some wonderful accomplishments for you today. 2 of our students will be the first to graduate in their family. How about a hand for that? Another student will graduate with his AA degree right alongside his high school degree. Congratulations, Tiffany. Some of our students will continue to exercise their treaty rights, fishing in local waters. And some have been accepted to a multitude of community colleges and universities. Some are entering the workforce not at a minimum wage, but at a living wage. And this class has an exciting future in store for them. We're so thankful that we can come together to witness this graduation. Please be mindful. Well, I was expecting a whole bunch of umbrellas, but be mindful of the people behind you as we take pictures. We ask that you stay low and not block the view. And now it's time to enter the class of 2021. As the seniors enter, they will pause at the archway for a picture. Would you all please rise as Sacred Water sings in the largest class to graduate from Chief Kitsap Academy. Announcing the seniors at the archway is Mr. Hank Hayden.
Mr. Joshua Bagley Jr. Mr. Caden Finkbonner. Miss Genevieve Old Coyote Bagley. Miss Anika Leash Chiquiti. Miss Nolani Old Coyote Mabe. Mr. Titan Purser. Miss Charlotte Paddock. Miss Teresa Paddock. Miss Alana Chiefstick. Miss Ana Garcia Bernal. Miss Deandra Johnson. Mr. Alonzo Wilson. Miss Cassidy Hill. Miss Zoe Fritz. Mr. Tyler Marquez. Mr. Austin Wyan Rathbun. Miss Kylan Usman.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2021, as they figure out how to sit down. All right, today the lead the invocation is Cindy Webster Martinson. She is a Suquamish tribal member, elder, and serves as the North Kitsap School District president. She has worked at Chief Kitsap Academy for the past 12 years. Please stand as Cindy comes for the invocation.
Creator, we ask for your almighty hand to be upon all of our graduates today. Thank you, Lord, for blessing Chief Kitsap Academy with these very special young adults. They have each shown strength and persistence as they overcame obstacles and challenges on their way to this day. We ask that you help them to stay true to their dreams and to use their unique gifts wisely. Bless them and keep them as they walk into the future with all that is good: wisdom, health, family, faith, hope, and love. Amen.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Faith. Sacred Water, thank you for bringing in our seniors. Thank you for being here. What an ominous presence. This is wonderful. Thank you. In her 7th year at Chief Kitsap Academy, she is a mother, grandmother, school activities coordinator, and Suquamish tribal member. Please welcome Lashutsi language teacher, Serene Williams.
Thank you. Whew. Okay. Super emotional. Hat slachil, twal gwalapu de shed, Serene Williams Seedsta, Marlon George Teedsta Tudbad, Melody Marvel Seedsta, Ut Seed Tusk Oi. Robert George Teedsta, Ut Teed Sapa. June George Seedsta, Ut Seed Tukaya. Suk Obshed, Til Alcha Duf Sakwa. Halt Basista Alquis Chod Chodchas. O Quadchas, Utiis Quafarad, Utiis Swatufdid. Chasla Chod Bishid Tiis Siaya Yachas. Tiis Ishadchas. Tiis Bak Gwat. Bak Dufchad. Huitlakaya Tisiayos Utiis. Hats Shagwas. Gwa Ochtuf. Toch Obilaf. Toch Chas. Thula Abchas Hut Speed. Alqui Hats. Gwala Thlu Joel. Thlu Obel. Height O to be suit. Just twalqui ob quafulek abalek. Good day to you folks. You folks are my people. My name is Serene Williams. Marlon George Sr. is the name of my late father. Melody Marvel is the name of my late mother. Robert George Sr. is the name of my grandfather, and June George is the name of my late grandmother. I am Suquamish. I am from Suquamish. This is also how it is when we speak. We are taken by the spiritual strength of this land, and we speak for the benefit of our relations, our people, all people everywhere. The work of taking a good road is not easy. It's not gonna be. But if we are capable of continually extending good thoughts to others, it's going to be joyful and fine. So we try to be kind, helpful, and sharing. Oh, Masitsta. Oh, Masitsta. Page.
Thank you, Serene. Delahan. My name is Rex Green, and I'm Assistant Principal and Athletic Director at Chief Kitsap Academy, and I'm here to introduce the class salutatorian. He has attended Chief Kitsap Academy since the 6th grade. He brought his high energy to the first ever middle school basketball team. His love and passion for basketball carried forward to the CKA high school team, where he is a 4-year varsity player. When not on the basketball court, he kept himself busy, whether it was being employed at the local's JC's Market, singing with CKA Song and Dance, working out in running club, or participating in the canoe journey. He started running start at Olympic College his junior year and will be earning his AA degree alongside his high school diploma. After receiving offers from multiple colleges, including Seattle U, Washington State University, University of Oregon, and University of Oregon, he will be attending in the fall for his first choice at the University of Washington in Seattle. In the future, his plans include being a professional sports photographer for the NFL or NBA or NFL. Please welcome class salutatorian, Mr. Austin Wyon Rathbun.
Thank you, Rex. Good afternoon. My name is Austin Wyan Rathbun, and as a salutatorian for the class of 2021, it is with great honor that I welcome all parents, family, friends, and Chief Kitsap Academy faculty and staff to this commencement exercise for the Chief Kitsap Academy graduating class of 2021. In front of you are 17 individuals who have fought the lengthy battle of high school and succeeded. With these 17 on stage, you are also looking at the largest graduating class of Chief Kitsap Academy. Most of you I have known for basically my entire life, from elementary school to now. For some, not as long, but that does not discredit the bond we share as classmates. Knowing all of you for the time that I have, I can say with full confidence that you all are admirable students and are a source of inspiration for your younger siblings, your parents, your community, and the next generation of graduates to come. I'm grateful for your criticisms, your humor, and the time we spent as peers and friends. I am also grateful for the faculty and staff I've had throughout high school, as well as middle school, and it's because of them that I am in this position today. The two that I would like to recognize are my English teacher, Jeff Williams, and Sean Adams, who formerly served as Chief Kitsap Academy's student counselor. Jeff, thank you for the endless support that you have offered me, whether I was enrolled in your class or enrolled in classes at Olympic College. You have helped me improve as a writer and a student overall. Thank you. Sean, thank you for checking up on me as often as you did and for making my transition from high school to Running Start as frictionless as possible. I'll never forget destroying you in a game of Uno with the boys. I'd like to reflect on my time as an athlete at Chief Kitsap Academy. As most of you know, I played basketball, and never did we have the most talent or most success even. Something I can sincerely say is that we had the most heart, especially during our state regionals run last year. I'll never forget the bus rides to and from the opponent's gym, going out to eat as a team, or the preseason discussions where we said we would all score 50 points, win the state championship undefeated, and how we would be dunking next season. I couldn't imagine playing basketball these past 4 years with any other group. You guys are my family, and I promise this past season will not have been the last time we played together. Finally, I'd like to thank my mom. Thank you for being the biggest supporter and motivator for the past 18 years of my life. I cannot put into words how grateful I am for the sacrifices you have made in order to support me and my brothers. I can't imagine it was easy raising 4 boys alone successfully, but you did, and I commend you for your strength. I want you to know that without you, I would not be standing where I am today. Thank you so much for everything that you have done and continue to do for me. Thank you, Mom. I love you. Fellow graduates, what we have accomplished throughout the past 4 years is being put on display today as we walk across the grass and receive our diplomas. All that demanding work the past 4 years for a tiny piece of paper that says, hey, you can get a decent job now. Or, hey, now it's time to start working towards another piece of paper. For most, it may seem like a waste of time, but I assure you that it isn't. Understand its worth and why you work so hard to earn it. This is a gateway for your future endeavors. And whatever you may pursue, whether it's going straight into the workforce or attending college or a trade school, success awaits you. I wish you the best. Go Bears.
Leonard Forsman has been the chairman of the Suquamish tribe since 2005 and the president of the affiliated tribes of Northwest Indians since 2017. He has served on tribal council for a total of 31 years, worked as a professional archaeologist, and is in the past director of Suquamish Museum. Leonard is a graduate of the University of Washington and Goucher College. Where are they? Sorry, Leonard. President Obama appointed Leonard to the Advisory Council on Historical Preservation in 2013, where he served as the Native American representative and vice chairman. He grew up on the Port Madison Indian Reservation and continues to live there with his wife, Jan Rice. Mr. Leonard Forsman.
Hey, Ma. Rex, Isquay. Lucy, thank you so much for inviting me, Serene, to be here. And congratulations to the class of 2021. That really sounds wild. I don't know what happened to that year, but when I heard that, I said, sure this is a class of 2020? But it is 2021. We've obviously been through a lot together. And I can say that together because I've been together with a lot of you folks on a lot of different events, whether it was basketball games or canoe journey, ceremonies, all these different activities. And this class is one of the most, not only the largest, one of the most active I've ever seen. So really hands up to you on behalf of the Suquamish tribe and our council and our school board. Our council serves as a school board. And I'd like to introduce Sammy Mabe is up here, I believe. Well, he was. There he is, Sammy Mabe, Tribal Council. Thank you, Sammy, for being here, and congratulations to your family today. Also, the rest of our council, Vice Chair Wayne George, our Treasurer Robin Saigo, our Secretary Wendy Anderson, and our other two council members, Jay Mills and Rich Purser. So I'd like to keep it kind of brief. The rain has lightened up a little bit, which is nice. I'm Leonard Forsman. I'm chairman of the Suquamish Tribe, and I'm also president of Affiliated Tribes of Northwest Indians. And I've spoken at a few of these. This is the wettest one so far. I really appreciate everybody's courage to stay out here and be coastal. Georgia was here saying, well, it looks like fishing weather to her. So you folks that are gonna be fishermen, you'll be out there and you can handle this, and the rest of you can as well. Just being here on Agate Pass, the place, the clear salt water, here in this beautiful place. I just thought about that a little bit. And I thought about Chief Kitsap Academy and it being the first tribal compact school in the nation and how that happened. Yeah. And I don't think we should quit telling the story, because basically the Lummi tribe was having a hard time with their district. The Suquamish tribe was having a hard time with their district. And John McCoy said, well, let's just bypass the district and go straight to the office of the superintendent of public instruction, in other words, straight to the state. And he told me, he says, Leonard, I'm going to run this bill. It's going to take 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 to get it through, but I'm going to have a hearing. You would testify at it? I said, sure, I'll testify to it. It passed that year, and we were open the next year as a state compact school. So that didn't happen just by accident or by luck. And as you go through your lives, you're going to have to find your path in life. And it's going to take a while to figure out. You're going to hit a few dead ends. You're going to go in a ditch a couple times. You're going to see a sign and it's going to go, God, which fork in the road am I going to take here? And you're going to take one, and you might find out I should have taken the other one. But eventually you'll find your place. We call it the Good Red Road. And just remember where you came from and remember your history. Remember this day, where you are, and what's important, what our values are. And you'll find out what your role is. And your roles will be different. Some will have smaller roles in our protecting tribal sovereignty. Some will have bigger roles. But you'll always be coming from Chief Kitsap Academy, from the Suquamish tribe, from the first compact school in the nation. And as you have already talked about, your senior class. So that's always something you can rely upon and be proud of. And just so proud and happy for you and your families and your teachers. And so once again, congratulations, and I look forward to seeing all your great accomplishments to add to the ones you've already had. So enough out of me. Ahoy Chet, I'm finished.
Thank you, Leonard. Ranking first in her class, she's a Suquamish tribal member who began attending Chief Kitsap Academy when she was in the 6th grade. She helped establish girls' athletics programs, was a player on the first volleyball team, and helped start the first girls' basketball team. She's been Miss Chief Seattle Days, Miss Renewal, serves on the Youth Council, and participates in song and dance. She attends Running Start at Olympic College. She's been accepted to the University of New England, University of Arizona, University of Portland, University of Oregon, University of Nevada, Las Vegas, University of Washington, and University of California, Berkeley. But in the fall, well, we'll let her tell you. Reflecting on her time at Chief Kitsap Academy, she said, "I was able to create a bond with my teachers that I wouldn't have been able to make at bigger schools. This made it easier to learn. I also love the small class sizes and being surrounded by my friends on a daily basis. This made coming to school a lot easier." She's the daughter of Adam Jackson and Tanya Hill. Her grandparents are William and Paula Jackson, great-grandparents Oliver and Irene Jackson, and David and Norma Morris. Would you all please welcome class valedictorian Cassidy Hill Jackson. Can we set it up on here? That's going to give a little feedback in a second. You might have to hold it. I can hold it.
Chwal Gwalapu, Chwal Gwalapu, Gwalaputi Ished, Gwalaputi Ished. Cassidy Hill Jackson Seedsta, Cassidy Hill Jackson Seedsta. Suk Obs Chud, Suk Obs Chud. Adam Jackson Seedsta, Atid Bod, Adam Jackson Tista, Atid Bod. Tanya Hill Seedsta, Atid Skoy. Tanya Hill Seedsta, Atid Skoy. William Jackson Tista, Atid Sapa. William Jackson Tista, Atid Skapa. Paula Jackson Seedsta, Atid Kaya. Paula Jackson Seedsta, Atid Kaya. To you folks are my friends and relatives. My name is Cassidy Hill Jackson, and I am Suquamish. Adam Jackson is the name of my father. Tanya Hill is the name of my mother. William Jackson is the name of my grandfather. Paula Jackson is the name of my grandmother. Thank you, Lucy, for calling me up here.
And holding the mic.
And holding the mic. Thank you all for being here to celebrate the graduating class. Thank you to the Suquamish tribe for supporting our school and making sure we have the resources we needed in order to be here today. Thank you. Thank you to the administration and staff at Chief Kitsap Academy for supporting us no matter what. And thank you to every single teacher at Chief Kitsap Academy. Although showing up to class was difficult at times, we are all here today graduating as the class of 2021. Today we are here to celebrate every single person on this stage. I remember sitting in class throughout these years, and half the people up here would always talk about how there was no way they would make it to graduation. But look around, you made it. You completed 4 years of high school, and you are leaving here with a diploma. I hope you are extremely proud of yourselves because I am proud of every single one of you. I am proud of how many of us have defied and will continue to defy the educational odds. The vast majority of today's graduates, including myself, grew up in either single-parent households or foster care and have faced many adverse childhood experiences, making it far less likely that we would be receiving our diplomas today. Yet here we are on the graduation stage, embodying true perseverance. Together, I know we will each help to shape even stronger future generations. I am proud because I know that going to class every day at 8 in the morning was not always easy. Closing your eyes for 5 seconds and then hearing Jeff tell you to wake up or go to Lucy's wasn't always the easiest. I'm proud because we all completed math courses. This is big because when walking into Janet's class, you never know if you're going to learn algebra or hear stories all period long. I'm proud because we finished high school during a pandemic. Joining calls and checking into class every day was something new, but we pushed through and finished strong. After this, we are all going our separate ways. Some of us are going to college, some of us are going to work, and some of us are going to stay here in Squamish and continue helping our community. Personally, I'm heading down to Palo Alto to continue my education at Stanford University. It is my dream to become a child custody attorney. Leaving this group of people and leaving the community will not be the easiest thing. But I know that I will always have a place to go when I need it. I know that this community will be waiting for me when I am finished with college. The same goes for all of you. I hope that all of you know that you will always have a place to go. Before I sit back down, I would like to thank a few people that have supported us throughout these years. To Serene, we would not be here without you. You always made sure we were on top of everything and were someone to go to when we needed help. You were a shoulder to lean on when we were upset. I always knew that if I needed someone, I could go to you. Thank you. To Jeff, you made learning easy. You always made sure we understood the assignments and were there for us when we needed help in absolutely any class. I will miss the debates, the conversation, and the fun that we had in your class. And finally, to Baron and Danita, thank you for keeping our culture alive in the classroom. You guys supporting us and encouraging us in song and dance is something that I love about this school. You encourage us to learn about our culture, and I am truly thankful for all that you guys do. And to the staff members that I did not mention today, I want you to know that your work does not go unnoticed. I have something to say about every single one of you, but if I were to do that, I would be up here for about an hour. I appreciate all the hard work you have put in to make sure that we stood here today, and I would like to thank you all for believing in us. And finally, to the boy with the contagious laugh, to the girl with the most beautiful and powerful voice, to the girl who was an adult by the time she was 12, to the boy who can make anyone laugh, to the girl whose creativity is going to shine no matter where she goes, to the girl who set a school record for the girls' basketball team of 31 points on senior night, to the boy who could turn anything into a joke, to the girl who owned a house before she graduated, to the girl who was the first person in her family history to graduate high school, to the boy who persevered no matter what, to the girl whose smile could light up a room, to the girl whose writing was published by the time she was a sophomore, to the boy who worked with me on every single math worksheet since the 6th grade, to the girls who have been doing theater together since they shared a womb, and finally, to the second best student in class, who was also my biggest academic competition throughout high school. Congratulations, we made it through 4 years of determination and hard work. I'm excited to see where everyone goes, and I know every single one of you will do amazing things. And one more thing before I sit back down. How do you do this?
Turn around. Oh, with them? You want the audience. Get the audience. There you go.
Thank you.
Cassidy Hill Jackson. At this time, the senior class would like to acknowledge some parents. They've been instructed to find their person in the audience, and we may have shifted a bit, so I hope you know where you're going. We're going to go in diploma order. So they'd like to acknowledge some special people who have supported them on their journey to graduation and just life in general. Seniors, please find your person in the audience. They will deliver a flower to you, and then they'll return to their seat. All right. Joshua Bagley would like to thank his dad, Joshua, for motivating him to graduate, both of his moms, Bacola and Sarah, for always being someone he can talk to, and his grandma and grandpa, Karen and John, for being there when it felt like no one else was. After graduation, Josh can be found on the Puget Sound waters crabbing, fishing, and exercising his treaty rights. Josh Bagley. Mr. Caden Finkbonner would like to thank his mama, Wynina, for helping and pushing him to get on his computer and check grades, and his step-pops, James. After high school, Caden plans on attending Northwest Indian College to pursue his AA degree and then enter a trade school to become an electrician. Caden Finkbonner. Genevieve Old Coyote Bagley would like to thank her mother, Jessie Old Coyote, for bringing her into this world, and her father, Jeremy. After graduation, Vivi plans on traveling this summer and gaining more cultural knowledge. Anikalish Chikwidi would like to thank her grandmother Karen, grandfather John, mother Skylene, father Wheelika, and her 6 brothers, sister, and all of her cousins for always pushing her to be her best. Her family never let her give up, nor gave up on her, and have always loved her unconditionally. After high school, Anika Leash will be attending Western Washington University, pursuing a study in marine studies.
Noelani Old Coyote Mabe would like to thank her parents, Janica and Sammy, for letting her do her thing. Titan Purser would like to thank his mother, Dawn, grandfather Billy, and grandmother Eva. Titan says he would not be here without them, and they all mean so much to him. Titan plans on working after high school and later attend college. Charlotte Paddock would like to thank her mother, Julie, and father, Randy, for helping her push to get good grades, striving to achieve her goals, and to never give up. After high school, Charlotte plans to attend college at Central Washington University, where she will study film production and strive to become a professional film producer. Teresa Paddock would like to thank her mother, Julie, and father, Randy, for always willing to help her when she's struggling, always encouraging her to be herself, and always helping her get through school. After graduation, Teresa will be attending Olympic College to earn her AA degree and then apply to a university, eventually becoming an actress. Alana Chiefstick would like to thank her mother, Trishondra, for always believing in her, and her father, Stone Child, making him proud on the other side, as Alana will be the first person in her family to graduate high school. After graduation, Alana plans to attend college.
Anna Garcia Bernal would like to thank her mother, Annabelle, for always supporting her and pushing her to work hard. Her mother is Anna's biggest inspiration and role model. After high school, Anna will attend the Nursing Assistant Certification Program with Martha and Mary. Miss Deandra Johnson, she would like to thank all of her family for teaching her to be who she is and not be ashamed of it, teaching her to have a great work ethic and to be a hard-working person, for setting an amazing example, for being an adult, for supporting her through everything, and for just being there when things got hard. Deandra is currently working in the Puget Sound Naval Shipyard, learning to be an electrician. Mr. Alonzo Wilson would like to thank his grandma Jan, Mom Karen, for driving him to school every day and for pushing him and motivating him through his journey. Alonzo would also like to thank his Uncle Mike and Aunt Paige. After high school, Alonzo plans on taking the steps needed to earn his real estate license. Cassidy Hill Jackson would like to thank her father, Adam, for guiding her to make the best decisions. Without her father, she would not be where she is today. Cassidy would also like to thank her mother, Tanya, for traveling to make it here today, even with a busy schedule. After graduation, Cassidy will be attending Stanford University, where she will pursue studies to become a child custody attorney.
Zoe Fritz. She would like to thank her mother, Jacinda, father, Michael, and grandfather, Jerry Lee, for always believing and pushing her to do her best, always supporting her, and inspiring her to do better in hard situations. Zoe will start nursing school at Olympic College, where she will eventually transfer to the University of Washington. Tyler Marquez would like to thank his mother, Janice, and father, Jerry, for always telling him if he starts something, that he should finish. Tyler will be attending Olympic College and in a year transferring to a university in Arizona. Austin Wyan Rathbun would like to thank his mother, Tiffany, for being one of his biggest motivators, always pushing him to be great, and for being a shoulder to lean on during tough times. After graduation, Austin will transfer with his AA degree from Olympic College to the University of Washington, where he will be studying photography and with the goal of becoming a professional sports photographer. Kaylin Usman. She'd like to thank her mother, Darylyn, and grandfather, Oscar, for always being by her side through the light and darkness and showing her a world full of wonder. After graduation, Kaylin plans on attending Humboldt State University to study environmental science and marine biology, as her career path will lead to helping the environment.
Here to introduce our keynote speaker today is Ms. Anikalish Chakwidi.
Hello, everybody. Today's keynote speaker is the Director of Native Education for the Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction for the state of Washington. John has over 30 years of experience working in K-12 education as a teacher, coach, and administrator in the K-12 public and Bureau of Indian Education schools throughout the Pacific Northwest. John was born in Crow Agency, Montana, grew up in Fort Yates, North Dakota on the Standing Rock Reservation, and is a member of the Cheyenne River Sioux tribe in Eagle Butte, South Dakota. Through his close work within school systems, John exemplifies his motto of going the distance and making a difference in the Native youth of today and the leaders of tomorrow. Please welcome Jonathan Lee Claymore.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Nika, can you hold on to this just for a second? Okay. Let me get myself set up here. Okay. Huh? Okay, far away. Perfect. Nika must have already heard me and stuff like that. Said you got to hold that microphone far away. I like shouting in the microphone, getting some noise. Nika, one more time, please.
You're all good.
All right, got a short cord here too. It's all good. Hey folks, my name is John Claymore. I'm the Executive Director for the Office of Native Education within OSPI, and an invited guest today on the Squamish lands. And I appreciate the opportunity to come here and to be able to say a few words at the graduation ceremony. And I'll tell you what, I've been to a number of different ceremonies, and so far this is the best one yet. I'll tell you what, even though it's raining and stuff like that, that's about us, right? Coastal stuff like that. Well, actually, I'm not coastal, I come from the plains. But anyway, yeah. I'll tell you what, like Nika said, my name is John Claymore, Executive Director for the Office of Native Education within OSPI. I come to you today from the traditional lands of the Squamish people. I was born out in Crow Agency, Montana, grew up in Fort Yates, North Dakota on a Standing Rock Reservation, and enrolled down in Eagle Butte, South Dakota on a Cheyenne River Reservation. 7 different bands of the Lakota. I belong to what's called the Hunkpapa Sioux, and that's on my father's side, Grinnell David Claymore. On my mother's side, she's enrolled out in White Earth, Minnesota. She's Chippewa. I come to you today with 33 years of experience, 10 as a teacher and 23 as an administrator. And I'll tell you what, This setting does not get old, folks. This is what we're about right here, getting these kids across the stage, just really excited. And I'll tell you, those that know me, you'll see that there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of fight, and it's all about these kids over here, our native learners. That's what we're about. I want to see who's who. How cool is this, though, from the balconies even? Austin, do me a favor and grab my phone out of my coat there, would you please? Thank you. All right. I know a lot of these kids, not just from today, from just the past probably. Titan, how long, when was it, Titan, when you were in football way back in the day? Well, yeah, he don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's probably about 10 years ago or so, something right around there. He was about this big. Titan was about this big, but I'll tell you what, he was mighty. He was powerful back then in the day. And on that little league football field, he was throwing people around left and right. Get out of my way, I'm coming, type of thing. Josh Bagley, same thing on the end over there. I remember Josh taking a couple snaps at quarterback, and he'd get down there and he'd look under that center's legs like that. Is this where that ball really comes from? He'd say, type of thing. And who else do we have over here? I call him TDT, okay? I call him TD Tyler. Okay, Marquez. As you guys know, Tyler also spent some time down here at Kingston tearing it up on the football field and the track field. I was a volunteer track coach, and still am a volunteer track coach down there, and javelin's my game. If any of you parents out there have kids that have a fast arm, send them my way. Guarantee you we'll get them to college, okay, throwing that javelin. But TDT over here, you guys, tearing it up every chance he could. Every time he touched that bat or that football, there was a chance that he was going to break away because he was fast and he was strong. He was powerful. He believed in himself. He took that chance. He was vulnerable to go from CKA to take part over at Kingston High School in their sports programs. All of you are valuable. All of you are vulnerable. All of you are powerful. I want to see who's out here. If you would raise two hands when I call your on who you are, all you grandmas and grandpas, raise your hands in the air, keep them in the air. Okay, keep them there, keep them there. Moms and dads, raise your hands. Keep them up. Sisters and brothers, raise them. Make a little noise while you're at it when you raise up those hands. Yeah, loud and proud. Aunts and uncles out there, raise your hands. Cousins, friends, raise your hand. Okay, look around. Everybody should have a hand raised. If there's somebody with their hands down, you're at the wrong venue, okay? You're at the wrong place. Hey, everybody stand up just for a second. Put your hands together real quick. I want to take a picture of this. Start putting your hands together. Clap for these young 17 up here. Get them together. All right. Kind of coyoted you on that one. Now I get to send that back to my boss and say, hey, I got a standing ovation. Yeah. But anyway, hey, thank you all for being here, for taking part in this just a super duper ceremony. Okay, let me start my speech a little bit. I asked Rex and Lucy down here to hold a couple signs. Rex, if you'd get on that side of Lucy, and Lucy just swap sides a little bit. Or no, you're good. You're good. You're good. Stay back the other way. There we go. It's looking through it a different lens, glass lens. But anyway, every time I say, let the adventure begin, raise it up. Dream big. And I'm going to say it 4 times throughout my speech today, okay? And every time I say, let the adventure begin, dream big, what I want everybody to do is 2 claps, okay? And after your 2 claps, you're going to say bears, okay? 2 claps, bears. Ready? Let's practice it. Make sure we're all on the same page here. Let the adventure begin, dream big. There we go. Now okay, you got the gist now. Now we're gonna work together on this. Now 2 claps after I say dream big, and then bears come right after that. Everybody in unison. Let the adventure begin. Dream big. One more time. We're almost there. Now remember, the claps don't come until after the dream big, okay? Some of you are clapping a little too early. All right? Gifted, advanced, whatever you want to call it. Okay, let the adventure begin. Dream big. Yeah, there we go. Hey, we got to do it one more time now because we're on. We're on now. Let the adventure begin. Dream big. Okay, now we got one more time because we're going to get our graduates involved in this too, okay? So set your umbrellas down because you got to be able to clap now. Ready? Let the adventure begin. Dream big. All right, man, we're getting there. It's getting good. Okay, I'm going to get on with my speech now. Little water break. As most of you have heard, you've heard some of this data coming out of this school. You heard it from Chairman Forsman, you heard it from Lucy Defoe, you heard it from Rex, you heard it from others, you heard it from the kids. Let's talk about this. What do you know about the graduating class? And if I'm redundant, I apologize. But I always say if you're saying something good about people, you don't need to apologize for that. Like Lucy said and others, this is the largest graduating class of 17 from the Chief Kitsap Academy Bears. That's huge, folks. That is huge. When they have 93 kids in the school, 6 through 8, 17 of them graduating, that means 18% of these kids are moving forward out of this class, 6 through 8. Who's going to step up? Who's going to take that next role as the leaders? Huge. This is huge because I'll tell you what, as the executive director for the Office of Native Education, people refer to me as a 24% guy. And the 24% is the native dropout rate, push-out rate within the state of Washington. Depending on how you look at that, that's either 3,700 kids or over 15,000 kids that are dropping out annually. This is 100% right here, folks. 17 kids, 100% on track to graduate. This is abnormal. This is something that we need to celebrate, we need to highlight, we need to elevate. This is awesome. From what I was told, this is the largest number of students accepted into post-secondary opportunities, including our valedictorian, Cassidy. Stanford, not everybody gets a sign on that line to go to Stanford, folks. That takes a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears to get there. That takes the family over here to make sure that those wraparound supports are in place and making it happen. That is awesome. Graduating class, you are pandemic strong. You are resilient. You're going to be the ones to go back in a day when you start talking to your kids, your grandkids. I remember when. My parents said, I remember when I had to walk through snowbanks knee high to get to school. You're going to be able to tell that story. I remember when I went through that pandemic. I remember how that made me much stronger as I walked through this pandemic on a daily basis. I remember all those lessons that were learned through this time that I'm going to take away to help make sure that that clears the pathway forward. Whatever that was, we all had different levels of how that impacted us. But I know for sure that this 17, you can tell it just by the way they walk, just by the way they talk, that 17's in front, to the side, and behind in support. They're clearing the way for others. You are pandemic strong. 17 months. It's been a long time. Stay focused. I was a witness as I announced at a couple of the basketball games here at Chief Kitsap Academy. I announced the Cross Point Warriors, which was kind of ironic, against the Chief Kitsap Bears. And I also announced the Lake Crescent one. And I'll tell you what, if you weren't there and didn't have that opportunity, you missed out. But that's okay, because I'm sure somebody recorded or something. Nika was on fire, folks. Holy smokes. As I was announcing, I almost wore out my voice. Nika for 3. 9 of them. And some of them came from beyond that three-point line, you guys, NBA style. I got up after that game. I got onto a phone call with one of my real close friends, Adam Strom, who's the girls basketball coach down at Haskell Indian Nations University. Just took the job. I said, "Are you talking to Nika?" He says, "No, but it sounds like I need to." I said, "Absolutely." He said right away, "How tall?" I said, 5'4". I said, "It doesn't matter. She can shoot from way out, guy, way out." But anyway, and I thought it was 32 points. Somebody said 31. Where you at, Nika? 31. Okay, my scorekeeping was a little off too. I need some help with my math. But 31 points, can you imagine that? That looks about 3 games of points. I already talked about Tyler. TDT. That was just impressive to watch them over there, you guys, mixing in with the Kingston High School kids and excelling. And my son played on that team too, but I'm saying Tyler was the best player on that team. You guys, hands down. We really missed you this year, Tyler. Really missed you. But that's that adversity that we go through. That's what we have to go through to get out to that other end, to learn from this. It makes us stronger. It makes us better. It makes us believe in ourselves that we can do this. We are powerful. This pandemic was nothing. We've been through worse than this, folks. We are strong, resilient people. Let me talk a little bit about some adventures. And I know Lucy said 5 minutes, Claymore. I said, you know me, Lucy. I like at least 15. I always blow up Leonard's, our Chairman Forsman's TLC meetings as well, you know, type of thing. But I always say, if you have something good to say, make sure you're saying it. Don't let anybody take that away, because these kids need to hear it. Not once, not twice. They need to hear it multiple times. They need to be touched multiple times, hugged. Man, I'll tell you, I get excited about kids. Let's talk about what opportunity awaits. My father was a superintendent of schools. Hey, wait now. I blew by the let the adventure begin, dream big. So let's try it right now. Let the adventure begin, dream big. All right, there we go. Cool. My dad was an administrator back in Fort Yates. He was the superintendent of schools for 18 years, and the people back there to date say that school hasn't been the same since Uncle Gurney left. My dad's name was Grinnell. And my dad had 8 kids, and he'd sit us around the table. Don't be late for dinner, they'd always say, because if you're late, you're not going to get anything with 8 kids there type of thing. But Dad would talk to all of us 8 as he sat us around the table, and he'd say this, and my dad's been gone for 35 years now, but it resonates in the back of my head all the time. It just keeps coming back. And he says, an education will never hurt you. All it will do is open up doors to opportunity. And it's something nobody can ever take away. When it's there, it's there. Think about that. That was powerful. It stays. It stays. It sticks. Yesterday I was at the Kingston High School graduation, and the principal, Jack Simonson, started talking about opportunities. I remember about a year ago to date, President Obama talked to in a National Assembly, called out, said, and basically his speech was, this is a day of opportunity. As we're coming out of this pandemic, let's take a look at this, make sure that we're still looking at it as a strength and as an opportunity, as there's going to be all kinds of changes that are taking place around us. There's going to be all kinds of needs that you're going to have to step up. There's going to be different ways of dealing and working with things that we're going to have to figure out. This is an opportunity. This is the opportunity to get yourself involved in that. Set yourself up now, whatever that means. A lot of you have plans for that post-secondary. Some are waiting, and that's okay, because it doesn't happen with a light switch. It takes time to figure out what that means. But stay focused. What's your plan? I'm just about done. I woke up this morning, and one of the first things I looked at was my Facebook, and something popped up on there that was really appropriate for today. It came from Mr. Rogers, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Some of you might have watched him when you're little, type of thing. Parents, I'm sure you know who he's all about and stuff like that. But Mr. Rogers said today, often when you think you're at the end of something, you're at the beginning of something else. Think about that. This is your new adventure. You got to this stage, up to your high school graduation. Now what? What's that new adventure going to be? What's it going to look like? What you going to be able to take on? How are you going to make that difference? Let the adventure begin. Dream big. All right. Hey, in closing, folks, I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of this ceremony. As we celebrate and look forward to all the great accomplishments of these Chief Kitsap Academy Bears, the graduating class of 2021, I'm going to keep an eye on you. If there's anything that we can do with the Office of Native Education to help and support, please reach out. Parents, that includes you as well. If you're looking at getting your kid to that next level, reach out. We're there to help and support. I want to say hands up to our students, our families, CKA staff, our bus drivers, our cooks, our parapros, our specialty staff, our CKA administration, both Lucy and Rex, for everything that they've done to clear that pathway to get these kids moving forward in the right direction. You're doing the right work. I raise my hands to you. You are going the distance and making a difference in the Native youth of today and the leaders of tomorrow. My last quote that I'm going to leave you with is from Chief Seattle. Take only memories, leave only footprints. Think about that. You're in the position to leave that footprint big, because there's little ones that are out here that are looking up to you to help clear that pathway, clear it for them. Show them a way to go. Figure this out together. There's two words in the Lakota language that go really well with today's ceremony. Medakiase, unkichiapi. We all help each other. We are all related. Aho. Thank you for your time.
Amazing.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Mr. John Claymore, we have a gift for you today. Baron's going to give you a gift. Your time's up.
I know,
man.
one more
We'll
time.
hold-
I got to recognize
All
this
right.
young man. She said my time's up, but man, I'll tell you what, this young man that's digging out underneath here, I don't know him. I seen him in videos, stuff like that. I seen him leading in the language, in the songs, in the drumming. And Sacred Waters over here, powerful. Thank you for that heartbeat. This young man right here, I'll tell you, I met him at the last, face-to-face at the last basketball game. Keep up the work, brother. Ooh, you got this. Thank you.
Aho. Good evening, everybody. My name is Baron Old Coyote. My ancestral name is Tamalto. I'm a member of the Suquamish tribe and one of the cultural teachers here at Chief Kitsap Academy. I was asked to make a gift for our keynote speaker here, Mr. John Claymore. I just want to raise my hands to you, say thank you. Thank you for those words today. Thank you for being as engaging as you were with the crowd. You know, it was good vibes all the way around, good medicine. Laughter is medicine. And to the class of 2021, I just want to say I love and respect each and every one of you. A lot of you guys have been attending CKA since you were sixth graders. And just in the time that I've been here, I believe you guys were freshmen when I started. Just to witness the growth, you guys coming into your own and entering adulthood, the future is bright. Just want to say thank you to you guys as well.
Nika. Yeah, I know, yeah. Oh, goodness.
So I was asked to make a drum, and it was an honor and a privilege for a couple of reasons. One, just being able to put my prayers and medicine and all my good thoughts into something and passing it on to a respected leader as yourself. That warms my heart. And also at that senior night, you and I had a conversation, and you said that your drum was actually stolen from your office. It was hanging on the wall, and someone broke into your office and took your drum. So, you know, I want to offer this one up to you and say, Haichka again, thank you.
Folks, real quick, just as my drum was stolen out of my office, it was given to me by J.B. McCrory down on the Quinault Nation. There was a nice print of the, just passing through the print from Randy Kapoman. If you see that drum around, I need that drum back. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Thank you for your time today.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, the next part of our program is going to start to go very fast. So at this time, we do want to certify the graduates. And there's Leonard coming around the corner right here. I was looking for you. Now it's time to certify the graduates. So Chairman Forsman, can you please rise? And members of the school board, if you're here, can you please rise? And it's to everybody sitting here today in my first ever rain graduation, as principal of Chief Kitsap Academy, I'm here to inform you all that the students before you today have satisfactorily completed the required course of study as prescribed by the Suquamish tribe and the state of Washington. And at this time, the students can now be deemed graduates. Thank you, Chairman Forsman. We're now going to take a moment to put a receiving line into place for the diploma presentation. Senior Advisor Jeff Williams will be calling the graduates. The graduates will come around, get their diploma, shake hands, be wrapped in a blanket, and come back up on stage.
Oh. Are they in the thing?
They should be downstairs.
You want me to write?
We forgot the diplomas. Just stand by 1 minute.
You can blame it on me. It's got to be a first time for everything, Jeff. Jeff was in charge, just so y'all know.
Sorry. Shall we? Mr. Joshua Andrew Bagley Jr. Mr. Caden Matthias Finkbonner. Ms. Genevieve Eileen Old Coyote Bagley. Ms. Anika Leash Maylene Chiquiti. Ms. Nolani Rita Old Coyote Mabe. Mr. Titan Joshua Running Bear Purser. Ms. Charlotte Joy Paddock. Ms. Teresa Alina Paddock. Ms. Alana Dawn Chiefstick. Ms. Anna Paula Garcia Bernal. Ms. Deandra Lynn Johnson. Mr. Alonzo Angelo Glenn Wilson. Ms. Cassidy Cheyenne Hill Jackson. Ms. Zoe Ann Fritz. Mr. Tyler Jeremias Marquez. Mr. Austin Daniel Wyan Rathbun. Ms. Kylin Sherilani Usman.
Class of 2021. The tassel on the right signifies your time as a student. Moving the tassel to the left signifies a major life accomplishment and a completion of a diploma or degree. Class of 2021, you can now move your tassels.
Class of 2021, you can be seated. The seniors would like to recognize 3 teachers who have helped the students and their classmates. The class would like to thank Mr. Jeff Williams and Amber Stavartak. They're going to hand flowers to kids so they can hand them back to them. The class thanks you both for your constant support, desire to see them succeed. They like that the classes are always enjoyable and fun, and that you push them when needed. That, and I think you're really cool. Thank you, Mr. Williams and Ms. Stavartak. The class would also like to thank Serene Williams. Serene is always someone the students can go to. She's uplifting and understanding. Many thanks for teaching all of us the language. It is inspiring and empowering to learn about a language taken away from Native people, and it's equally important being a part of carrying it forward. Thank you, Serene. And at this time, while everyone's not here in attendance, because we thought we had limited seating and just so many balcony seats, we'd like to also acknowledge the staff at Chief Kitsap Academy and ask that you please stand and be recognized. You make a difference and impact students every single day. Thank you, staff of CKA.
Not yet. I'm going to steal your mic. Oh, stay right here. All right. I'm going to steal Lucy's mic, and it's not in our script anywhere, so we didn't script this one out. Come here, Lucy. As most of you know, Lucy Defoe, this is her last year with us. And my last graduation I get to do with her. And so I personally want to recognize Ms. Defoe because she has made me the teacher, the staff member, the activities coordinator, the classroom management person. And the reason that I get to sit up here and Cassidy says, thank you, Serene, for always leaving your classroom door open, it's because this woman right here taught me that that's what I needed to do as a teacher, as a staff member, as a community member. Many of you have been to a lot of our events and a lot of our things, and you see me in the background, and you see her standing here. But I couldn't do it without her, and I know she feels the same about me. So today, I stole her mic, and I didn't put anything in the script, so that I can stand her here and wrap this blanket around her that I purchased for her, because I'm very grateful for everything that you have taught me, and I will carry it on at CKA.
Thank you, Serene. I want to tell you how special it's been and working here and watching this school grow through the years, and to have the community come forward and continually support the growth and the leadership of our kids. Our kids just get stronger and stronger, and we recommit and we get them stronger, and our kids are still coming through the largest class, Stanford University. That's something to be really proud about. Our kids can. Let me show you what kids can do, and let me show you what a staff can do. Let me show you what a community can do when we all come together. And so I challenge you to keep it going, to keep the school strong. I'm so proud of you. We got to watch you from middle school all the way to now. And so I look forward to what the future brings to you. And Suquamish Tribe, I thank you for the last 7 years. Serene, it's been a pleasure to work with you. Thank you. We got a picture perfect moment coming up for you guys. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Oh, I kind of said some of this already. Senior, it's been a pleasure working with you from middle school to high school, and we are confident that you are ready to go forth into this world. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2021. We want to thank everyone for attending this rainy ceremony. I've never had a ceremony like this before. Continue to support our students as they journey through school and life. It takes all of us to support, encourage, and nudge our students along. But each and every one of us becomes an important piece of the whole. After the benediction, the students will exit and line up along the sidewalk in the back where you can greet and take pictures, or they might go in the building where it's dry. Please rise for the closing benediction and remain standing until the graduates have exited. Miss Cindy will come forward with faith. There, graduation benediction. Yeah. For the benediction.
All right. May God's blessing follow you all as you find new journeys to travel. May you walk safely along the pathways of your dreams. May his gentle hand guide the decisions you will make and the passions that you follow. May your hearts and lives always reflect love and truth, and may hope be a light within you that you carry into each new day. Congratulations on this huge achievement, and please know that your families, friends, and the CKA staff are always here to lend support, a kind word, and a friendly ear when you need it. We love you, and we wish only the best for you always. Lord, we thank you for the wonderful gifts and talents of our graduates that we have celebrated here today. May God's blessings surround us all as we leave now to continue our celebrations with family and friends. Amen.